Today we are delighted to introduce to you the sync system. Being a barista, it's a juggling act. You've got to queue out the door, you're serving croissants, you're taking money, and the last thing you need to think about is your recipe. When you came in, you dialed in the grinder, but the grinder was cold. As things heat up behind the bar, there are so many factors that can change through that morning rush, humidity or heat, meaning your espresso can be affected. You need to make sure your grinder is always on point. As a barista, it's your job to make sure that the drinks are on recipe at all times. Recipes can deviate, meaning that your coffee is not going to taste the same every single time. Now with a grind by sync grinder, the grind is actually changed electronically, thanks to a small electric motor. You know what? It'll be easier if we just show you. Okay, so this is the future of grinding. Traditionally, you'd move this small lever here, which would make the grind coarser or finer. But now, this grinder is adjusted with a small electric motor, just by turning this wheel, bringing the burrs closer or further apart, changing your grind, which is way more precise than the human hand. So the sync system, how does it work? The sync system comprises of a grind by sync enabled espresso grinder and a compatible La Marzocco espresso machine. Together, using Wi-Fi, they talk to each other, so when you're making espresso, if your recipe deviates, so your shot runs too fast or too slow, the grinder can make small adjustments automatically, making sure that you stay on recipe. We all know how difficult it is to stay on recipe, making those small adjustments all throughout the day. It can be fatiguing, and sometimes the head barista wants to step away, allowing newer baristas to run the bar, knowing that they can stay confident in the craft. The sync system will give you the freedom to have confidence that the espresso that you are serving is the same each and every time. This technology allows your staff to focus on the customer, waste less coffee, be more efficient, and worry less about the recipe.